Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin Cash. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to check that out. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand side of the screen. Now let's jump straight into the charts. So this is going to be a pretty quick update because we didn't really see a lot of action from Bitcoin Cash in the past couple of months, but the Fibonacci retracement that I have on the chart is with the swing high that we printed in May of 2021 and with the swing low that we printed in July of 2021. Obviously, we lost that in January this year, and we had a nice back test of resistance off of this low here at $387. And then we had a pullback all the way to our technical target, which was the 1.618 at $158. And from there, we capitulated down to our second fib level at $91. So for now, we are sitting at a pretty important support level in my opinion, because once you start losing the July bottom that we printed this year, that's going to be pretty negative, and we're going to have a target all the way down here at $68. So hopefully that doesn't happen, although I do want to say that for those who are looking to buy into Bitcoin Cash, $68 would be a pretty good price to buy in, right? And let me just remove the large fib behind us. So I do have a secondary smaller fib with the swing high printed in July this year and with the swing low printed in at the beginning of July, and we have the 1.618 here at $68. So we printed that move, and then we were in this falling wedge sort of, and now we're kind of just trying to retest, I guess, the $95.4 price tag, which is the July low, and hopefully we have a bounce from there. And if we have a bounce, I would be targeting the this resistance block that we have, because it was a support block back in the summer. But since we've lost it, we've retested it as resistance multiple times. That's anywhere between $117.3 all the way down to $110.3. And we're running into the 20 EMA right now, as you can see. Let me remove that. We're running into the 20 EMA, and we've been retesting it multiple times during this downtrend. And as you can see, we do have a nice yellow resistance trend line as well, and we've been running into that multiple times. And let me just change the color of that trend line so it's a bit easier to see. So as you can see, that green trend line has been a pretty important resistance level for us. But I would argue that breaking the August high that we printed here all the way back this year, multiple months ago, at $165, once we break that, that's going to be a pretty bullish signal, and that is potentially going to let us know that the bear market bottom has been printed. Until that happens, I would simply be dollar cost averaging at these black swan events, and whenever we have, strong capitulations like these here, that's where I would be buying and putting as much money as I can personally. But obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. You have to manage your money in the way that you deem is necessary. So like I said, $68 is your technical target if we break the July low. $91 is basically the second fib level off of the large Fibonacci retracement, and those are really the only support levels for now to be buying at. However, if we take a look at the pullback that we've had since the May 2021 high, then we're down 95%, and this is a pretty good area to be dollar cost averaging into, because like I said, 95 to 99%, that's usually how low altcoins go in a bear market before they start obviously having relief rallies and entering bull market. After all, at the end of the day, that's what we're expecting here. So we have a bit of a bullish divergence, I would say. Since July this year, we've been printing higher lows on the RSI. However, on the price action, we have really been bouncing off the exact same horizontal level. So this is quite the bullish divergence, and usually these divergences show us that the price is ready to see a nice relief rally. Also on the daily here, I would like to point out a resistance level that you should keep an eye on. So this yellow trend line here is something pretty important to keep an eye on, because as you can see, we're getting squeezed up in between the support and the resistance trend lines. And at some point, you're going to have to see a break to the upside or to the downside. Well, you know, whichever way you go, you have to be ready for both outcomes, whether to buy in at these low prices in the oversold or to swing trade and take some profits in the overbought. If you're looking to do that, to do that, of course, potentially you're holding for the next 2 to 3 years and you don't want to sell like I am, then that's fine. Although I do want to point out I'm not holding any Bitcoin Cash. I haven't bought into the project. So yeah, just to clear that up. Now, jumping into the Binance website. And before we continue, I quickly want to ask you, do you value your privacy? If the answer is yes, then you must take a look at ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN offers you the privacy that you deserve, no activity logs and no connection logs. Your internet provider won't be able to access anything, and anyone using the same open free Wi-Fi in the cafe as you won't be able to do any harm or breach your security. You can use the ExpressVPN application on any device. You can connect it to your PlayStation, or you can even connect it to your router so that anyone who connects is automatically secured. Or if you're looking to access any region-blocked content on your streaming platform, well, ExpressVPN can do that as well. If you're living in the Netherlands and you want to access a TV show that's only available in Japan, well, my friend, you can do that with ExpressVPN. You can use the link down below in the description and get a discounted price along with 3 extra months for free. You can get your money back if you don't like it, but I don't see any reason why you wouldn't like it, because we all need the privacy, and in today's age especially. And you can also pay with Bitcoin, so that's a really cool feature as well. And let's get on with the video. So taking a look at the weekly chart, pretty simple here. I have a support block. So starting with $105 all the way down to $87, that's the support block that we have. And we've been closing candles in this support block ever since November. And we're right now above the yellow resistance trend line. As you can see, we do have a bunch of back tests of resistance off of this trend line, and right now finally we got back above it in November, and now we've been retesting it as support ever since. So hopefully we're not going to go below it. This is a pretty bullish thing in my opinion, pretty bullish statement from Bitcoin Cash, the fact that we broke above this multi-month resistance trend line. So that's something good, and the fact that we're in this support block shows that the asset is good for dollar cost averaging as of right now. Obviously, we can always go lower, but as we all know, nothing is going to be going down forever, as is nothing is going to be going up forever. So yeah, now taking a look at the weekly here, we broke above the green resistance trend line here. We had a back test of resistance in October, had a pullback into the beginning of November, and then we had a move to the upside. And right now, our next target is going to be this pink trend line. Obviously, you can draw as many resistance trend lines as you want. You can also add another one here, which I would like to do. Let me get the trend line, and you could add another one, because that's the high that we printed back in March this year. Then we printed a high in November, and now we can basically run into that level once again. But if you're going to see something like this on the weekly RSI in the next couple of months, and you come back down into this zone just like you were down here in June and May and July this year, then that is a pretty good buying opportunity, let me tell you. And I think that if that happens before spring of 2023, before March, then I think that that's going to be the last buying opportunity that we're going to have for altcoins on the weekly chart, right? I'm talking about us being oversold before the next bull market. So I think that's going to be one last big dipperoonie before we start printing higher highs and higher lows for Bitcoin after March. So that's what I think is going to happen. Let's see. It all depends on the Fed. Obviously, we need them to start cutting interest rates, and I think that's going to start happening. Well, they said that they're not going to be doing it this coming year, so we're going to be expecting it early 2024. So that's pretty much everything I have for this update. Let me know if I missed out anything important on the charts. Please let me know if you want to check out my Patreon. The link is down below in the description. And yeah, We do have exclusive podcasts there. We do have low cap gems. I share my portfolio in the podcast as well. You can request some TA videos. And so thank you all for watching. I'm going to see you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.